again, Rebecca here, and welcome back to Christmas Memories YouTube Inspiration Hop, Day 6, Silver and Gold, a scrappy inspiration YouTube and Instagram hop. So I decided to pull out all kinds of silver and gold, right? Because I didn't really know what else to do, I'm not going to lie. So I went ahead and pulled out my silver and gold sequins from Close to My Heart. I have my gold Studio G glitter glue, my Heidi Swap Color Shine, my Brie Rays modeling paste in gold, my Stickles glitter gel in gold, a silver Wink of Stella, silver Studio G glitter gel, some Heidi Swap silver texture paste, and then the Stickles gel in silver as well. So I am going to make quite a mess, and the layout actually goes a complete different way from what I think is going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and photograph these two pictures of my fiance putting lights on the tree, just because they're funny, and it was, you know, silver and gold makes me think of twinkling lights, so that is kind of how I went with it. So I'm going to go ahead and stick down some, this is like paper washi tape, so it does not stick. So I just go ahead and add some ATG on the back of that, and I'm going to... This was my original design. Now, I did go ahead and gesso that paper well in advance. So it's dry, and I'm just going to take a pencil line, and I'm going to mark where I want my picture to go. And in my head, I'm going to radiate the silver and gold mixed media all around the layout, like shooting from almost in a starburst pattern, and it totally does not go that way. I end up doing something completely different, but I do use what I created here. So I'm just going to go ahead and I just smear whatever media I'm planning on using, and I do take my palette knife and I just put a very, very heavy dose on this. Now, I had to come back and finish the layouts the 24 hours later. That is how long it took for all of this to dry, because I really, really, really got it on there. And I'm not going to make you watch me do all of it, just some of the pieces. I do mix up the glitter gel. I'm not a big fan of the glitter gel. Everyone knows that. It's jelly. Obviously, gel in the name. So for the smearing part of it, it does not work as well as I would have liked for it to work. But I get it to work, and I get it all nice and spread out. And I am going to the edge. I do grab a piece of white throwaway paper so that I can, you know, go all the way to the edges. Because at this point, I'm still thinking I'm going to use this as the background, right? And have just a very, very, very glittery background. Now, I do use press and seal to cover all of my open, large mouth jars, just to help so they don't dry up, because some of my Brie Reeses that I've had forever, unfortunately, bit the dust because I've had them for a couple years, and I lost 2 of them because they dried up. So, and I'm going to alternate back and forth from silver to the gold and just grab the different elements. Maybe I do have you watch me do all of this. I'm not real sure. But while I'm sticking all this glitter gel on here, go ahead. Do not forget to go down below and check in the description box to find out all the other lovely ladies and videos that are being created for today's hop, and see what everybody else did with the silver and gold theme. All right, so I was pretty sure that I didn't. But after I got it all completed, that's when I was like, I don't like this. So plan 2, I grab a black piece of cardstock and my Brie Reese modeling paste and a polka dot stencil, and I'm just going to put that in 3 areas. And I do still want my picture cluster to be at the bottom right of the layout. So I'm just going to go ahead and roughly smear this around. And now I have a metal palette knife. The glitter, you guys know if you've watched other videos that no matter what kind of glitter you're using, it's sticking. Very much so. So I use a different palette knife. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean that one off. And I did let it dry it only took maybe 20 minutes for that first layer to dry, and I'm going to take some of the Heidi Swapp texture paste in the silver color, and I'm going to fill in. So it's still pretty much a circle around the layout, or around the picture, not the layout, my bad. And then we're going to fill it in. So like it's going to come together. I just still really wanted to use silver and gold on my background because it was really pretty. And Christmas is like, you know, silver and gold, right? Every time you say silver and gold, my mom starts singing the Christmas song, regardless of the time of year it is. Yeah, I know. It's bad. So I just go ahead and get that in 3 different places, just like I did with the gold. And I'm almost done. I did leave this all in, but it's okay. And I like the fact that not all the circles are, you know, fully filled in and that it's in a wonky pattern. I like that. So I pull that up and see, I'm looking at it, and that's what I'm showing you. I'm like, oh, that just doesn't look good. So I get out my bell punch and let's see, what am I looking for here? I don't even know what I'm looking for. All the bits and pieces of the foam. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop this up. I'm going to pop my 2 pictures up on some foam, and I was just looking for the little Frankenstein bits there. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and get that done. Now, that's just the cheap foam that I get from the dollar store. I get a whole pack of it for $1. It lasts me several months, and it's cheap. It's cool. So, I do use some of the little Frankenstein pieces just to fill it in, and I press down pretty hard on it because it's going to get pretty messy. So we're just going to keep doing that. I will apologize for leaving all this in, but I've had so much fun creating all these gorgeous, wonderful, well, I mean, I think they're gorgeous because they're mine, but Christmas layouts, and I liked the prompts. Some of them stumped me. I will give credit. Like, I was very stumped on some of them. Silver and gold, it was one of the last ones that I created for the hub. I do create them in advance, so it took me a while to come up with something, and I was like, let's do mixed media, right? It's cool. And I didn't like it. If I would have had some more of a uniform, I guess, in the stripes, or like a stencil to fall. But I like the way the final layout turns out. It is pretty cool. And I'm actually still just letting it dry. That's why I'm doing this, because even when I went to work on it 24 hours later, it was still like the Stickles gel. Yeah, it was definitely still the gooey in the heavier spots. So I'm going to go ahead and use some liquid adhesive, and I'm going to go ahead and place that, excuse me, all around the layout so that it sticks, because it is going to go on top of the modeling paste that I put on the black cardstock. Excuse me again. And I do love the fact that I used the black cardstock. And you will see in just a minute. I am going to border it. I am going to just border it so that it does shoot off just a little bit from it. I still wanted to border the pictures with the funness. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Cut down like that. But it was so textury and so pretty, and yeah. So since it's going to be layered over some of that glitter glue and the glitter, all that stuff, and then it's going to be all over the modeling paste, I did have to go ahead and add a whole bunch of adhesive. So now I'm just going to go ahead and punch these out in all kinds of different wonky shapes. That is now, I let the glue dry, like the actual glue. I put some adhesive, and I'm going to add some liquid glue on that as well. I want to make sure it stays. You know, with all that mixed media and the gesso and everything, it might not stay. So we're going to make sure it does. And now I'm going to come in and I'm going to make some garland. So I go ahead and I pop up each of my bells on some dots. And here you go. I'm going to show them all of those. And I get every single one of those suckers on this layout, so I'm pretty excited about that in its own right. I did not want any bell left behind. Like, no, ma'am, no, sir. So I do get those all just spread out, and, you know, the glitter is, like, glittery, so I was just leaving them on there. Now, I go ahead and get them all done. Don't make you watch me do that. I do take some silver twine, baker's twine, and I'm going to glue it down to the page. I'm going to make like a wonky, weavy, back and forth type pattern. And I do use the liquid glue just so that it stays in place. Because if not, it's not going to look right, right? And I want it to make like a shape. So I do just spin the layout and keep getting everything glued down. I do turn the layout over and adhere that with some washi tape. Now, obviously, I showed you here that it's mixed media, and I had a vision, and then we changed it, but if you make a background like that, and this is what I've learned, and obviously, maybe some people liked it, it wasn't something that I liked. I didn't have it angling off from the picture in the right way, and I couldn't stand behind it. But I have punches, you have dies, you have punches, you could cut it into strips. I mean, there were so many other things that can be done with that, and it was a lot of fun making it. I mean, just playing with mixed media is like my new jam, I'm not gonna lie. And I have since got the Brutus Monroe glitter gel. I got them December 8th, so I know this is like a week and a half away, but yeah, I'm hooked. I definitely want to thank Sandy over at the State Goddess YouTube channel there, because she got me hooked on Brutus Monroe. And if you have not checked out any of their products, you must. Oh wow, oh, beautiful. So you'll be seeing a lot of layouts coming up with the glitter gel, and I will be spending lots of my extra income. My budgeted craft supply for the month will be going to some more of I want to try the other glazes and the stuff, so the chroma glazes, and I'm so excited. Like, I just loved playing with them. So I'm going to go ahead and I get those all glued down, obviously, and I get them all stuck down. I trim them off, and I do come in with the two shimmers, the silver, maybe not even the two, just the silver. I only had one. And I just squeeze it onto my block, and I take some water in my paintbrush, and I just flip it around and do a lot of fun little splatters. I did cover up my pictures with with some wax paper, so. But yeah, I had the bells are going in every other shape and size and way. Oh, I do come in with the gold. No, see, totally forgot. How soon we forget. So I go ahead and I'm getting all that splattered down and around. And I have to let everything dry in between stages. But that's how mixed media is. Like, mixed media is a process of layer upon layer. And the more layers that you do, if you let it dry and then you add to it, it adds more depth and dimension. So right here, I'm coming in with sequins. And I need a new jewel picker. This one, I need to get the katana. This one was just a cheapo that I got off of Amazon. And the nib is wearing down. And my little wax pencil that I was using, the other cheapo that I got from Amazon, finally used it all up. So, and I don't know if the layout goes before that I burnt that up on. What was that one? And I'm sure if you've been watching my channel, you can already assume which one I'm talking about, which is the, let's see, we're on silver and gold. Yeah, it's the Christmas tree one where I made the sequin Christmas tree. I burnt up a lot of sequins and my pins on that. So I do go ahead and get these silver and gold sequins placed down around the page. Again, please do not forget to go below and check out all the other ladies. And if you liked my video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to try something like this, oh my God, try it and send me pictures and let me see. I love mixed media. It's like my favorite thing in the world. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some gold glitter stickers. And it basically just says, man, you can string. Because that was like all I could make. Like, I couldn't make any other word that I wanted, like light it up or whatever, So yeah, I get them on there. And I do them in gold because even though the bells have gold in them, the silver seems to be more prominent to me. I guess maybe because they're on white cardstock. So yeah, just a little tip. And that is going to be the last thing I do. So like I said, do not forget to check out the other ladies. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.